Hi there, welcome to today's live stream. I'm Monique Bradley and it's really exciting to have you here in the kitchen with me. I am super excited about this recipe because I'm all about ways to find fast food hacks. So this is all about healthy, tasty and fast food. And I know for many of my followers or people who work with me, there's a real focus on ways that we can help support our health or ways to lose weight. So if we haven't met before, first of all, this is my kitchen, so welcome. And secondly, I have lost over 40 kilos in weight. And through my journey, I've learned a lot about my health and how to keep weight off and how to really support my health through eating real food. But like anybody else, occasionally I get cravings and I want little temptations. So I've learned to create certain treats or snack foods that align with my health and wellness goals, but at the same time don't compromise my weight loss goals. And that's what tonight's show is all about. So this is one of my most searched for recipes on my website, and it's actually the easiest recipe I could ever share. So tonight I'm actually making some really healthy nut snacks, and recently I had a great meeting with the people from Tabasco, New Zealand, and I learnt a couple of things. First of all, I didn't know that Tabasco sauce came in 4 flavors, so that was really new for me. As you can see, you've got the peppered sauce, which most people know. You've got habanero sauce for people who love really, really hot food. Hot, of course, is great for speeding up the metabolism and helping you burn fat. You've got the green pepper, which is a little bit milder, and then for those of you who like chipotle flavors, this is great. I actually had this on my dinner last night. I had some really tasty burgers and I mixed it with a little bit of low carb mayonnaise and created a low carb creamy chipotle sauce. So sometimes you probably think chipotle, we're thinking a little bit of sugar in there. Yes, there's a tiny bit of sugar in there, but it's less than 1 gram of sugar or of carbohydrates per teaspoon of product. And if you know Tabasco, you know there's quite a lot of flavor involved with Tabasco. So this recipe satisfies your need for salt, for crunch, and for flavor. And the great thing is there's lots of good fats in there which help keep you satisfied, and on the flip side you're getting loads of vitamins and nutrients that support your health. So first of all, hi everybody, I can see you all on the live stream. Great to see you guys. And by the way, if you want this recipe, it's available on my website, but seriously, you don't even need the recipe. Just watch what I'm going to do and you'll be able to make it super, super fast. So the key ingredient is nuts, and I'm going to use about 1.5 to 2 cups of just standard mixed nuts. I got these from my local supermarket in the organic section. If you can't eat certain nuts, look, you can pick and mix your own. You can put together your favorite ones. Always buy them when they're at the best possible price, because we all know that nuts can be a little pricey, but they support and they keep you really satisfied. For those of you who are pre-diabetic like I was, or if you're struggling with diabetes, of course nuts are lower in the glycemic index, so they're really good for evening out your blood sugars if you need a little afternoon snack or something to keep you going. So in here I've got, I don't know, around 1.5 to 2 cups. I'm going to throw these into a bowl. And then I'm going to show you the key ingredients. So you can take this one recipe and make it however you like. Whoa, that's a lot of nuts. Perhaps too many? I think we're going to be fine. You could also use something like ground almonds instead, sliced almonds in this recipe, but I'm about to add egg to this, so you probably want to add a little bit less egg if you're using a pack this size. But by using the sliced or slivered almonds like this, you can actually create lovely little flat cookies, which are great if you need a little sweet treat. So if you're going to make cookies, instead of adding the ingredients I'm going to add today, you could add a little bit of stevia, or you could use some powdered monk fruit or your preferred sweetener, and you literally need the 3 ingredients, which are nuts, a little bit of sweetener, you might like to add a little vanilla essence, and egg yolk. That is seriously all you need. So I've got my nuts in here, and it is this simple. I'm going to take my egg yolk, so take the egg yolk out, so I'm going to separate that. The egg white goes in here, I should say. And what happens is the egg yolk, which is pretty neutral flavored, becomes the carrier for other flavors in this recipe. Oh, the egg white. Sorry, not the yolk. Thanks, Pete. If you don't know who Pete is, Pete's my producer and director who helps me with these live streams. So for this amount of egg yolk, this is a size 7 egg, I believe. So you only need 1 egg white for this recipe. Hi, Jenny Thompson, by the way. Good to see you on the stream. And you just mix it through. So I don't want this to be drowning in egg white either, because what happens is when you come to bake it, you end up with all of this kind of egg white substance, cooked egg white, which is quite tasty. But if you're going to serve it up as a snack, you want those really yummy individual nuts to serve on a platter. So 1 egg yolk is perfect for this amount of nuts, and I'd actually say, looking at the quantity, I've probably going everywhere. I've probably got about 2, straight back in. Probably got about 2 cups of mixed nuts in here. Right, so if you like a sweet and sour kind of combination, you would go for maybe a sprinkle of stevia or your preferred sweetener, and then you just put through a little sprinkle of salt as well, and you get a really nice combination. You could use a salt like these Amola salts here. So these are salts that are smoked, or they might have a little bit of garlic flavor, or you might see that traditional garlic salt if you've been to the markets and you've seen the garlic salt vendors there. Really great addition to this recipe. You can also think you might want to go for a little Cajun spices. Just give it a good sprinkle over top of your ingredients. And remember too, you know, in Cajun, we're thinking of flavors like paprika, something a little bit warming, absolutely delicious. In this instance, I know I want to rev up my metabolism, but I really do like a little bit of salt as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of salt and pepper into the mix, just for a little bit of depth of flavor, because we all love a little bit of salt and pepper. And then my key ingredient tonight is actually going to be the chipotle. I really love this because a little bit like Cajun spices, you've got a little bit of kind of smoky flavor going on. Now, we all know with Tabasco, a little goes a long way because it can be quite spicy, but you've got a lot of nuts in here. So we actually want to add quite a bit. And the great thing about Tabasco, I learnt yesterday as well, is the bottle. Well, most of us probably know this size of bottle. It does come in different sizes as well. You've just got to look for it in your supermarket or ask for it. And if you want a bigger serving, yeah, definitely ask the key people in the supermarket, and they should be able to get you a bigger bottle if you love it as much as I do. So you're going to mix that all through, and essentially I want to make sure that I've got a little bit of coating on every nut. That's what we want to do, just to get that little bit of flavor. I'm actually going to add a little bit more. So this is a really decadent too. It's not like you're going to sit there and eat the whole thing. A handful of nuts is a perfect size serving. So, you know, if you're going to have these on a platter for guests, this is perfect with a cheese board. You know, everybody can choose out their favorite nuts and have a little bit of nosh. And this is guilt-free, remember too. So super good because there's so many vitamins and minerals in there as well, which support your health. Okay, it really is this simple. I've preset my oven to around 180 to 200 degrees. I always put everything on fan bake because I like it. And I don't know how not to do fan bake in my own oven. How's that then? And you just want to sprinkle these out. Now, I don't want big puddles of that egg white either. I really want to make sure that all the nuts come out coated and individually ready to roast in the oven. And the great thing about this is if you know you've got guests coming over and you've got all the ingredients in the pantry, this will take you about maximum 15 minutes from prepping to cooking. So I think today it took me around, I think 13 minutes to cook in my oven, and they were absolutely delicious. I love this too because the aroma of that chipotle is delicious. And remember too that, you know, the smell of our food is a huge important part of that eating experience. So we want it to taste good. We want them to look delicious. And I mean, what's not to love about nuts, to be honest? I think this is just the ultimate decadent, delicious treat, but at the same time, you know, it's benefiting your health. It would make a fantastic Christmas gift as well. And if you can get nuts at a really good price in your local supermarket, look, seriously, everybody's going to want a little container of special spicy hot nuts for Christmas. I know when we have guests over and I make these, they go pretty quickly because they are truly that delicious. Right, leave that last little bit of egg white in there. And you want to spread them out so they cook evenly. Now, you don't need to turn them or anything. It really is this simple. You pop that in the oven, like I said, for, depending on how hot your oven is, between 10 to 15 minutes. There we go. And you go, your little beauties. And you end up with something delicious like this. So these are my delicious chipotle nuts that I made earlier today. They are crunchy, they're delicious, they're really, really satisfying. And even if you're having them as a snack in your pantry, so you might prepare them, keep them in an airtight container, and remember a snack size is about a handful of nuts. You're getting so many nutrients from that, but the great thing is rather than just adding plain nuts by themselves, because you're adding that egg white in there as well, you're actually adding extra protein to this. So this becomes a real powerhouse snack, but we're not sacrificing any flavor. If anything, we're creating an absolute party in your mouth because that chipotle, delicious smoked Tabasco in there is really going to add the flavor. And I have to tell you, watch out. They are quite addictive. And if you want more yummy, addictive recipes that serve your health, go to my website, details there below, moniquebradley.tv. And if you really like how simple this recipe, that's what all my recipes are about. They're ways that you can have really good food, you can still treat yourself and have good food that serves your health and is really fun and delicious and tasty. So please like and share this live stream. And I really want to say thank you to you guys for being part of my live streams every week. And thanks to Tabasco New Zealand for hooking me up with this great product. I believe it's been 150 years, I believe, since Tabasco came into the world, and I really celebrate this product because it's been with me for a long time and long may it continue. So if you're ready to rev up your metabolism, you need to add some protein, you need to add some plant, you need to add some really good fats and a little bit of heat, and you will reap the benefits. I'm Monique Bradley, time for me to head away. Thanks so much for being part of this, and a shout out to my producer and director Pete Ward for making it all happen. Get some tasty hot nuts in you, that's all I got to say, and find more recipes on moniquebradley.tv. See you guys later, see you.